homestead. Today we're gonna check out what's in my pantry. It's a rainy day outside, so we really can't do any work out there. I was hoping to get peas and carrots into the garden for fall planting, but that's not gonna happen probably for the next couple of days. So let's take a look. Showing everybody my pantry is also my motivation to get it reorganized and restocked. So I'm going to start up here at the top. We've got party supplies for the birthday kids and entertainment kind of stuff. These were given to us. There's 2 cases. They're the little containers of applesauce. So those for the kids' lunches. Over here we have a few of the snacks. The kids eat mostly organic and gluten-free. I don't buy a whole lot of convenience items, but some of the ones I do buy that for their school lunches. So we've got gluten-free organic granola bars, and then we also have these are only in the fruit cups, but they're packed in juice only. They also have pistachios. And then for this, my stepson, he isn't gluten-free. He likes these cheese crackers and some other granola bars. Over here is a lot of my baking flours and sugars and stuff like that, so we have gluten-free flours. Those are on that shelf. On this shelf is a lot of the canned goods that I buy at the store, condiments, sauces, things I can't make myself, maple syrup, balsamic vinegar, that kind of stuff, tuna, and then I do have some canned beans and fruits over here. I've started stocking up on my pickling salt. And then we start with the home canning. So these are actually what's left of the green beans that I canned last year. And we'll eat those up first before we start on the ones that I'm doing this year. Down here in the bottom where it's messy is where I need to reorganize really badly. I have my juicer for my tomatoes and my dehydrator, my food saver, and all the bags on that side. But I do have some food grade buckets back in here where I was starting to stock up on sugar and beans and rice and those kind of things. And then I was stocking up on my vinegars, which I've used a good bit because I've made a lot of pickles so far. So all those things go down in the bottom. And then we'll take you over to the other part. Okay, so this is actually kind of our sitting room office area. The people that owned it before us put in these lovely shelves. They are slowly being taken over by my canning. So we have some knickknacks. I've got all my canning books over there, some board games, but over here is where we do our canning. So I've got empty jars. Down the bottom are the pickles from this year I've done so far. So we've got a sweet pickle that is a sweet pickle crisp. It's my great grandmother's recipe. I also have dill and spicy and bread and butter. And then up there we've got diced tomatoes and salsas. And then the fresh green beans this year. The bone broth I've canned so far this year. Sorry, it's kind of dark in here. It's gloomy out and there's not a overhead light in this room. More green beans for this year. Up there is where I kind of put my convenience items. That's what I call them. I've got canned chicken soups. There's a vegetable soup up there, and then there's also a chicken soup up there, and then my canned potatoes. I did not get very many potatoes this year. That is all I canned. That's it. I think I got 5 quarts. And we ate a few for dinner, and that was it. So we had a really bad year for potatoes. Over here is some of the stuff that I had from last year. So more bone broth, last few jars of potatoes that I have left, and the pickles from last year. Now, pickles don't tend to keep too long. I always have trouble with them after they're about a year old. They start getting a little bit mushy. So we have some family friends that love our pickles, so we tend to regift them. So they've been slowly eating those, helping us eat those and get them used up. I've got some salsas from last year, tomato sauce from last year. We haven't gotten a whole lot of tomatoes this year, so it's a good thing we had leftovers from last year. And then we've got pickled banana peppers, squash, more spicy pickles because those are my stepson's favorite. And then I'll take you back in the kitchen and show you what I managed to get done yesterday. So I got 7 quarts of green beans. I would have gotten more, however, while I was gone, the bugs took over. It was wet. My husband with work wasn't able to get out there very much, and we lost a lot of our green beans to bug bites. They just were gross. They were half eaten and everything. So we lost a good bit of bean, but I was able to get 7 quarts canned, which is good. And then I had gotten a good deal on some organic carrots, and then I also pulled a few that Gabe had planted. There's not very many of them left out there that he hasn't picked. But so I mixed those together And I canned up some jars of carrots. And this is probably the only thing that's really done well this year in our garden is the squash. We've been eating squash nonstop. I canned some. The cucumbers are finally trying to take off, which is really weird because usually by now I had, cucumbers going crazy. And this year, the reason why I do have fresh pickles made is because I actually bought them. I found a local lady and was able to purchase a couple of bushels of pickling cucumbers from her. And I've done some banana peppers, but most of those I actually got from my parents' farm. Ours finally started to produce, which again, really odd that they're doing it now versus they hadn't really done anything before. Our horticulture beans, which they're similar to a kidney bean, they did not do very well, but about all I was able to do was save seeds. So these are the seeds in these pods, and you let them dry, and then you pick them out and see if I can get one out and show one to you. So that one's not a very good one. Let's try to find you a better one. Let's see if we can't open one up one-handed here. Ah, there we go. Those are a lot better. So what we do is we'll shell these and we store them in the freezer. So like I said, they're similar to a kidney bean, and they're actually kind of pretty. You see here. I'll have to go through them too because it looks like this one's a little funky. We'll have to make sure they all look good before we pack them away. But I just put them in a container in the freezer and then save them up for next year. So I just thought I would show y'all some of my pantry. Have a good one.